It's Michael with Asymmetrical Preparedness. This is skills versus stuff. But first off, if you like the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button, comment below. Do the things to support the channel. I appreciate you guys so much for being here. I'm so grateful for all my subscribers and all my patrons over on Patreon. So, with that said, skills versus stuff. They're both important. You got to have stuff. I mean, you do. You got to have beans, bullets, band-aids. But I think a lot of people concentrate on stuff versus skills because honestly, it's easier. You just go buy stuff. And if you go buy stuff, then you feel better, which is true. It's good to have stuff. It's good to buy stuff. It's good to have stuff. But skills will trump stuff in so many instances. Your ability to identify wild edibles, wild medicinals, how to hunt, how to trap, how to snare, how to animal husbandry, how to take care of animals, raise animals, produce your own calories via gardening, gardening methods, bushcraft, wilderness survival, canning, dehydrating, all these skills that are prepper skills. I mean, there's so many, I can't list them all. You guys know what I'm talking about. And tactical is where I'll think a lot of people go this route. They get a bunch of cool tactical gear, bunch of cool guns, expensive accoutrements and all this stuff like that, modifications for their guns. They turn their AR into a big Lego, spaceship instead of just an AR. And then what they do is some people, not all, don't achieve a practical level proficiency with that firearm. They just have an AR that looks really cool and is really expensive sitting in their safe with no blemishes on it or anything like that. You've seen all my, not all, you've seen some of my guns. They are spray painted, they are beat up, they are used. So skills, you can gain skills all the time. Like I always say, prep a little every day. You can work on skills all the time. Figure out, like, if you're pretty decent at what skill sets you have and you're looking for new skills to add, look at your weak areas. Whether it's, maybe you're really strong medically, but you're weak tactically. Improve your weak areas. Gain new skills. And don't just gain those skills, work on mastering them. But preppers are kind of like the jack of all trades. I would say a good prepper is a jack of all trades. You're good at a lot of things, but you may not be master of many. But the higher level of proficiency you can gain on a multitude of different skill sets, the better. I would much rather see people spend, if you got enough money to buy, say, 1,000 rounds of ammo, I would suggest to only put up maybe half of that, say 500 rounds into your storage ammo, or say 300 rounds for your tactical loadout. Put 200 rounds in your food storage, your preps, your long-term stuff, and then take the other 500 rounds and train with it, or even a higher percentage of training rounds. But and it depends on how much ammo you got. And effective training. And I'm not talking about just tactical training here. I tend to go there, yes, because my background is military and, security related and all that kind of stuff. So I tend to think of things in that mindset. But it applies to everything. If you got so much money to spend, watch videos, read books, gain a basic level. I've talked about this before. And then buy the stuff you need for that skill set and then start practicing. If it's something that they teach at a school or like a tactical firearms academy, a training group, tactical training center, whether it be a ham radio club that teaches ham radio communications, whatever it is, even if it's like you want to learn how to knit, to repair fabric or to repair stuff, or sewing, join a sewing club, a knitting club. I know we can't really do that right now because of this whole lockdown and shelter-in-place stuff. But there's a lot you can do to practice this stuff in your own home, even. And depending on your situation, where you're at, what your weak spots are, concentrate on those. Do you know land navigation? If you're tactically oriented and you think you're going to be one of those guys out running and gunning and doing all the patrols and stuff like that, Do you know how to patrol? Do you know what different kinds of patrols there are? Do you know what kind of reports there are to make? How to gather and gain intelligence? How to estimate troop size? How to estimate distances? How to shoot dynamically? How to orienteer, basic map and compass work. Do you know the difference between a ridgeline and a draw? Do you know what a military crest is of a hill? Do you know proper movement techniques? There's just so many different things. So practice, gain the knowledge, and things are important, yes, but knowledge trumps things any day. I would take an actual military operator, highly trained, one operator to go with me in a crisis situation than 10 or 20 other guys that are mall ninjas that just have Gucci gear and no training. And they think, oh, I got, level 4 polyceramic plates and a $5,000 AR and 50,000 rounds of ammo and all this stuff like that. I'm going to go operate. No, you're not. It takes years and years of training to attain that skill set and that level of proficiency. I've been out of the game for a long time. My skill set is definitely less, way less than when I was in the military. I train, I do what I can to hone my skills and to keep my skills sharp. But there's no way that I can keep them to that level because I don't have the training budget. I don't have the training time. I have to split my time versus, around lots of different things like gardening, building this chicken coop behind me, playing with the kids, taking care of my wife, going to work, stuff like that. There's a lot of things. You got to split your time. Use your time wisely. That's why time management is very important, and prioritization of your time is very important. So, I encourage you guys to gain skills. Have things, yes, but don't prioritize things over skills. If you have all the things, you don't know how to use them, well, it's not going to be very, useful to you. So, I don't want to draw on and make this into some, 15-minute video when it can be, the 7 minutes it is now. So, I hope this encourages you guys to get out and do the things, gain valuable, practical skill sets. Prep a little every day, and prep out of peace of mind out of fear. I love you guys, and blessings to you and yours.